What's up, guys? Omar here. Today we're diving into Elon Musk's ongoing battles with the government, a saga of innovation colliding with bureaucracy. But there's one recurring obstacle Musk can't shake: government interference. When Musk's ambitions, or even just his tweets, collide with slow-moving, rule-bound agencies, it's never minor. It's headline-grabbing, market-moving chaos. From failed contracts to legal battles and political feuds, this is the story of Elon Musk's biggest faceplants in the world of government. Let's rewind to late 2021, a time when the world was grappling with numerous challenges, from the ongoing pandemic to rising concerns about global hunger. Elon Musk, one of the world's richest men, a figure known for his innovative ventures and often provocative online presence, gets called out by the UN's World Food Program, led by David Beasley, who was urgently seeking funds to combat widespread famine. Beasley publicly stated that $6 billion from your fortune, a relatively small fraction of Musk's immense wealth, could help solve world hunger, a bold claim that immediately captured global attention and sparked intense debate. Musk fires back, taking to Twitter, his preferred platform for direct communication, demanding, "Show me a transparent plan, detailing exactly how the funds would be used and what results could be expected, and I'll sell Tesla stock to fund it." A conditional offer that raised both hopes and skepticism. The UN responds swiftly, eager to seize the opportunity to address the urgent crisis. They presented Musk with a detailed proposal, outlining a comprehensive strategy for utilizing the $6 billion to provide meals, ensuring that those most in need would receive sustenance, vouchers, empowering individuals to purchase essential goods and support local economies, and provide crisis relief for millions of people facing starvation and displacement. The world waits with bated breath, watching this unprecedented exchange unfold. All eyes were on Musk for his next move, wondering if he would follow through on his commitment. But after the UN's plan was delivered, scrutinized, and widely discussed, Musk's initial enthusiasm seemed to fade, replaced by a growing silence. No big donation ever came, despite the clear and detailed plan presented. There was no public follow-through, no announcement of stock sales, just silence. Was Musk's challenge genuine, a sincere attempt to leverage his wealth for good? Or was it just a way to call out bureaucracy and deflect criticism, a strategic maneuver disguised as philanthropy? The internet debates raged on, dissecting every aspect of the exchange. Was this a PR stunt, a calculated move to enhance Musk's image, or a real offer, ultimately abandoned? The optics weren't great, regardless of the intention. A billionaire issues a challenge with great fanfare, the UN responds with a concrete plan, and then silence. A deafening silence that spoke volumes. PR stunt trends online, becoming the defining narrative of the episode. Critics question Musk's sincerity, pointing to a pattern of behavior, especially given his history of making grand pronouncements, of bold, impulsive statements that don't always translate into tangible action. When you dangle the possibility, even the fleeting possibility, of solving a global crisis as immense as world hunger, the world expects action. And the disappointment is palpable when that expectation is unmet. For many observers, this incident became a case study in performative altruism, a demonstration of how good intentions, publicly declared, can fall flat without genuine commitment and follow-through. The UN kept working tirelessly, continuing their vital mission, but Musk's $6 billion, which could have made a significant impact, never materialized as promised, leaving a void in their efforts. The saga highlighted the pitfalls and potential dangers of high-profile, Twitter-driven philanthropy, where the line between genuine altruism and self-promotion can become blurred. It showed how a public challenge, issued on social media, can quickly become a PR headache and a source of reputational damage. Without real follow-through, careful planning, and sustained commitment, this moment still haunts, serving as a cautionary tale. Musk's reputation, forever linked to this unfulfilled promise. A grand gesture, intended to showcase generosity and problem-solving prowess, that didn't stick the landing, leaving many to question the true motives behind the initial challenge. Tesla's rise is inextricably tied to government subsidies. From its earliest days, the electric vehicle manufacturer has benefited from a variety of government programs designed to encourage the adoption of sustainable transportation. These initiatives have played a crucial role in Tesla's ability to scale its operations and bring its innovative products to market. Tax credits, in particular, have been a significant boon for Tesla and its customers. Grants, often awarded for research and development or for the construction of manufacturing facilities, have also provided vital financial support. And let's not forget the loans, including a substantial loan from the Department of Energy that helped Tesla bring its first mass-market vehicle, the Model S, to fruition. These incentives collectively helped Tesla break into a market that was long dominated by established auto giants, companies with decades of experience and vast resources. Tesla, the upstart, needed every advantage it could get. But as Tesla grew, achieving profitability and expanding its global footprint, Musk's attitude shifted, undergoing a noticeable transformation. He started publicly criticizing subsidies, questioning their effectiveness and necessity, calling for their complete elimination, arguing that they distort the market and stifle innovation. This stance came even as Tesla still benefited significantly from these very same government programs. Critics were quick to point out the apparent hypocrisy, suggesting that Musk only wanted to end subsidies after Tesla had already cashed in and reaped the rewards. In 2021, the Biden administration made a strong push to promote EVs, but notably snubbed Tesla, excluding the company from a White House summit focused on electric vehicles. Musk fired back, accusing Biden of unfairly favoring unionized automakers like GM and Ford and completely ignoring Tesla's significant impact on the EV market and the broader transition to sustainable transportation. The feud quickly escalated, playing out in the public sphere. Through pointed tweets, provocative soundbites given in interviews, and attention-grabbing headlines in the news media. Ironically, even while Musk vociferously decried subsidies, Tesla and its customers continued to benefit directly from various government incentive programs designed to encourage EV adoption. Some industry observers argue that Tesla has reached a point where it no longer needs subsidies to thrive, while others argue that Musk simply wants to pull up the ladder behind him, preventing other companies from enjoying the same advantages that helped Tesla succeed. It's a tangled web, a complex interplay of business strategy, political maneuvering, and the unique personality of Elon Musk. Musk's willingness to bite the hand that fed Tesla, to challenge the very systems that helped build his empire, inevitably keeps him in the spotlight, generating controversy and fueling the ongoing debate. Whether this unconventional strategy ultimately pays off for Tesla, especially as global EV competition intensifies and new players enter the market, remains to be seen. It's a high-wire act, a delicate balancing of risk and reward, and Musk is still confidently walking it, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the automotive industry. When war broke out in Ukraine, the world watched in horror as a sovereign nation faced an unprovoked invasion. The need for communication and connectivity became paramount, not just for the military, but for civilians trying to stay in touch with loved ones and report on the unfolding crisis. Starlink, with its constellation of satellites, became a lifeline, a beacon of hope in a country where traditional infrastructure was being targeted and destroyed. SpaceX, under the leadership of Elon Musk, quickly responded by shipping thousands of Starlink terminals to Ukraine, providing crucial internet access to areas cut off from the world. These terminals allowed Ukrainians to coordinate defense efforts, maintain essential services, and share information with the outside world. This swift action earned Musk global praise, with many hailing him as a hero for providing such vital support during a time of crisis. He was seen as a tech visionary using his resources for the greater good, but months later the narrative began to shift. The initial goodwill started to fade as complexities emerged. SpaceX told the Pentagon, in no uncertain terms, it couldn't fund Starlink in Ukraine forever, citing escalating costs and the unsustainable nature of providing the service free of charge indefinitely. The company asked the U.S. government to pay up, presenting a bill for continued operation and expansion of the Starlink network in the war-torn country. This request sparked immediate controversy and debate. Critics saw this move as leveraging a crisis for profit, accusing Musk of exploiting a desperate situation for financial gain. The optics were undeniably poor. This was further complicated by the fact that SpaceX is a major defense contractor, raising questions about potential conflicts of interest. Suddenly, a vital wartime service essential for both military and civilian operations depended on U.S. taxpayer money, creating a complex ethical and political dilemma. All this unfolded despite Musk's immense wealth, leading many to question why one of the world's richest individuals was seeking public funds for a project he had initially presented as a philanthropic endeavor. As the controversy deepened, reports surfaced about Musk's concerns regarding Starlink's use in military operations, specifically its potential to be used offensively, which he claimed was never the intended purpose. This raised fundamental questions about a private CEO's control over critical infrastructure in a war zone and the implications of allowing a single individual to wield such power. Eventually, after much negotiation and public scrutiny, a deal was struck to keep Starlink running in Ukraine, ensuring continued connectivity. However, the details of the agreement stayed murky, shrouded in secrecy and speculation. The entire episode exposed the inherent risks of relying on private companies, particularly those with strong ties to the defense industry, for matters of national security and critical infrastructure during times of conflict. Starlink's role in Ukraine served as a stark reminder, showing how commercial interests and personal views, even those of well-intentioned individuals, can clash with government objectives and the broader strategic goals of a nation. This wasn't just about a payment dispute, it was far more complex than that. It was about setting a precedent for future conflicts and the role private companies will play in them. It raised critical questions about accountability, corporate responsibility in times of war, and the immense power of tech giants in shaping global events. It highlighted the evolving landscape of modern warfare, where technology and private enterprise are increasingly intertwined. The Starlink saga is a compelling case study, illustrating the complexities of Musk's often turbulent relationship with government at the highest levels, and the challenges of navigating the intersection of technology, business, and international relations. August 2018. Musk tweets he's taking Tesla private at $420 a share, funding secured. The stock soars, but the claim isn't true. No signed deals, no binding commitments. The SEC launches an investigation suspecting securities fraud and market manipulation. The fallout is swift. The SEC sues Musk and Tesla for misleading investors. To settle, Musk and Tesla each pay $20 million in fines. Musk steps down as chairman for 3 years. Tesla must now pre-approve Musk's tweets about the company, an unprecedented Twitter sitter. Even after the settlement, Musk taunts the SEC, fueling more legal drama. The episode is a cautionary tale. CEO tweets can move markets and attract regulators. The funding secured tweet wasn't just a gaffe. It cost Musk money, power, and credibility. It's a lesson in the risks of impulsive executive communication in the digital age. Enter Neuralink, Musk's brain-computer interface startup, promising to treat paralysis and merge humans with AI. Slick demos with animals wowed the public, but the FDA wasn't impressed. Neuralink's application for human trials was initially rejected over safety concerns, migrating wires, battery risks, and animal welfare issues. Reports of rushed animal testing and high mortality rates fueled scrutiny. The FDA's rejection highlighted the clash between Silicon Valley's move-fast ethos and the medical world's demand for safety. After addressing some concerns, Neuralink finally got approval for human trials in 2023, years behind Musk's promises. The journey was fraught with delays and regulatory hurdles. The FDA's role isn't to stifle innovation, but to ensure safety and ethics. For Musk, this was a battleground where hype met hard science, and the government wouldn't be rushed. Look at the pattern: UN pledges, subsidy fights, Starlink funding, SEC drama, Neuralink's FDA delays. Musk's career is a non-stop battle with regulators. Agencies like NHTSA, FAA, EPA, and SEC have all clashed with Musk's companies. Tesla's autopilot has triggered recalls and investigations. SpaceX launches get delayed by FAA safety reviews. Musk frames himself as a visionary fighting slow, entrenched bureaucracy. But regulators say they're just doing their jobs, protecting safety, markets, and the environment. Musk's public confrontational style escalates these conflicts, making headlines and fueling his maverick image. The industries Musk disrupts, space, cars, neurotech, are high-stakes, high-scrutiny fields. Pushing boundaries means pushing against rules, and Musk rarely backs down from a fight. This isn't just a series of skirmishes, it's the defining feature of Musk's public life. As long as Musk keeps pushing, the drama with government isn't going anywhere. After all these clashes, what's the takeaway? Musk is a force of nature. His companies have changed industries, but his disruptive style puts him on a collision course with government agencies. These aren't minor disagreements. They're costly battles with real consequences. Musk versus the government is a case study in the tension between innovation and regulation. The debate will continue as long as Musk keeps pushing boundaries. Like him or not, even geniuses can't always outmaneuver the rules. Subscribe for more mind-blowing breakdowns.